What's going on, fam? Let me get this thing started. I'm gonna just kind of update some things and getting set up. This is supposed to be out on Monday, but I'm not gonna lie. I fucking slept through that shit. It was a busy ass day. I took a nap and I woke up way fast. 4:20. So here we are. If you guys can respond in the chats, let me know how the volume is. If you can even hear it. I never know how this is, but that's all they have. Music on here. I was gonna try and play that in the background. I don't know if you can hear me over that or not. So I don't know. Just stop it and I'll check it out later. But anyway, this is supposed to be Monday at 4:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just gonna take a look at all the meme coins over here on the side. This is basically my bag. This is what I'm holding for the next 3 months, just to kind of see how things go. I haven't taken any profits from everything. I've had some run up pretty well. I didn't shave anything off because I want to be in a higher market cap overall for crypto before I start taking profits. That's just kind of the way I saw things play out last year, or not last year, last bull run. I mean, if you were in here, 100% I would have been shaving off here, but like this right there, this isn't really where I'm looking to take profits. I want to hit these targets, like where it found resistance and it came back down. Like I want this to run up there, then maybe I would start shaving some of the profits off there. So this one's Myro, market cap 62,832,500. There's 30,513 holders on this coin, and I mean, this is where I called it last time, guys. A couple weeks ago when this kind of came down, I said, look, this looks like a great entry point, and if you did, you could have ran that one up there for a quick trade, taking some profit ball back in right here because it's working its way up. It's on a nice little uptrend. I guess I will even fucking give you guys some little squiggly wigglies and lines and all that kind of shit. So let's see here. All right, right here, this guy. Let me give you a little trendy trend. So this, let's zoom in just a little bit. This is on the 3-month look, but right about here is, I guess, where I made that video, and we can see you're bouncing off of this trend right here. As long as it continues in that trend, I'm happy because I'm looking at like 2 to 3 months before we start looking at seeing this. So I expect us to kind of crush through this 32 cents as time goes on, and as the bull kind of gets into a more bullish sentiment. I mean, people are calling for Bitcoin to hit 100,000. That's. I mean, if it's doable, that means everything else should be rising too. So all of this stuff, this is just the first leg of the bull runs. So that's why I'm looking at it that way. That's why I'm kind of putting my conviction into the long term of this. I mean, if long term right here is if you bought in here and you just held, like that was way better than trying to take these trades right here, like I did. But I learned, to take another look at it, take a step back, and this is where I want to keep playing this, this trade. So that's my definitely got a bag of that. You can see that it's starting to trend up from this bottom right here, pretty much the same point before it took this, ride up to Valhalla. So if you can get in here, this might be a good opportunity. It's not financial advice, definitely something that I was pointing out there because I thought it was worth taking a look at. Now let's switch gears up and go over to our Usedcar, and we'll see how that thing's going. We know it's reliable. We know it's got a great community. And this is another thing. Somebody made a tweet today talking about how the Solana ecosystem is pretty crazy to like want a new coin, want a new community. Like Ethereum coins that have lasted and succeeded, or at least are still here with communities. They didn't try to find a new coin. They just doubled down on their conviction. And like my homies, like when I saw this come down, there was a space that day I dropped the video, and it was just everybody was excited to find new positions or saying, hey, I need to remember to take profits, or just other conversations kind of on that level. But it wasn't about like let's find a new coin. It's like, hey, let's get this going. And the thing is, it made me think, hey, I need to keep sharing this information and sharing why I like these coins. Because we stop talking about like die, and that's just the nature of the beast. So I'm going to continue to share these, even if it's not Monday. We're still going to rock out. But we can see Myro or Usedcar has took that slide down here. It's basically found its bottom, and it's been bottoming out all the way through there. So let's take a look at the 3 months. You can see this whole channel come across the screen. All right, so that's right there was the range that I'd like to see. I was hoping that we could take the upside, but it looks like most of the meme coins and everything, when the juke drop came out, we kind of took this little this distortion. But at least this wasn't a drastic, a hard sell off. It was people just kind of tapering out or just kind of losing their conviction. Well, I think people are still making content. I think this is still a coin. I think it's still a play. I think it's still got some legs to it. It's just consolidating right now. This is 100% a coin that I would be adding to it. Again, all of my coins, I'm not going over $100 on each of them or any of them unless I decide to completely cut out of one coin. I might put it in my strongest sentiment. I'll let you guys know, but for the most part, I use Bonk with all of these so I can keep track of my P&L, keep track of my initial Solana put in there. But I'll try to keep it around $100. I know Solana's price has been, between basically $100 and $120 in the last month and a half or so. But that's kind of what I'm looking at, around one SOL for all of these would kind of be my play. These are shit coins. These are meme coins. There's no guarantee that they're going to perform like the other coins and have substantial growth over time. So I want to, have a diverse collection of them and kind of, see what I can get to take my profits right I can. But Usedcar is sitting at 4,273,512,287 holders on this coin. Check out their Twitter, guys. You can see that they're still active. There's still people talking about them on the timeline. One thing I do seldom or throughout my day is to type in on the search area on Twitter or X just the hashtag and whatever coin it is, just to see the activity, and you can kind of filter it from latest to the most viewed or whatever the hell it is. But definitely start looking at that if you guys are trying to see what's going on with the coins, because people that are posting the updated news and stuff like that kind of filters it to the top. So Usedcar, I think it's going to pick back up. I think it's reliable. I think it's going to work out. But I'm not selling that bag off. I'm going to hold on to that one and see what we got. Now, I'm pretty sure Wsbs took a nice movement yesterday. I believe that I saw I was up like 50% on that from the day. I'll double check. But yeah, it had a nice move yesterday. There we go. So we had basically that right up there. And let me just zoom out to the 3 months so you can see kind of where we're hanging out with this coin. And again, this fucking candle right here is the worst thing in the world because it just makes it hard to look at everything. You got to zoom back in here. So the point I was making with this is we have this bottom here, we have this one here, and it's respecting that. It's bouncing off, it's bouncing back up. It reclaimed here, it broke through here, and then now it's testing this. So that's good to see. We see these other spots where it did not hold that. It did not hold that. So now we're going to see, like, hey, is this going to hold? Or are we going to go back up, like right around this area where it kind of went up to the upside? We're going to go back down and keep ranging in this area because, I mean, you can see this coming back down to maybe around this level because look at where it broke down. And over here, same thing, broke down, all of these points right there. So this is going to be a spot that I'm looking at around 34 cents for it to find some support. If not, it's going back to like 28 under 30. And if we don't have anything else going, you can see it's kind of kicking all the way down to around 20 cents or so. Again, that's a good point for me where, 10 cents slide down, I would be looking to possibly pick back up on this coin. It's not a bad idea for me to add to my bag at this point. I mean, they can't really see the growth with this coin. You can't really see the chart that well because of this stupid ass thing. But this is a coin that got a lot of publicity. It was on a lot of different news headlines and stuff like that. You see everybody coming out, dog with that, this person with that. Like, it's just a trendy thing. It's fun. It's a coin that I think is going to do well. It's on several exchanges. All right, so we'll see where we're at. I believe aside from that $4 all-time high over here, I think this was a point that we're looking at breaking for all-time high, about 47.50 cents or something like that, around that area. Yeah. Let's see where we're at here. It's 49. So right now, it's not looking like it's going our direction unless we can find a bounce right here. I'm not sure, where things are at overall, but as far as this coin in the last, 24 hours, 48, if it does not pop back over here, you're probably going to be sliding down this area right here. And again, don't sell your bags because you're losing conviction on them. Look at the community. Look at the spaces. Are you posting about them? Are you looking at stuff? Are you just work for your bag a little bit? It's going to get more people interested and find interest. And the more we talk about them, the more that people will be aware of these coins. But the dog with that is a great coin in my opinion. We got a market cap of 383,749,055, and there are 44,512 holders in this coin. It's got a great community. Everybody knows about dog with that, and everybody's hashtag with that, whatever. But let's see how it plays out. Again, I'm looking for the next 2 to 3 months. The main reason, guys, I'm using that number is because I have a Thor contract holding on to Solana. I'm adding to that, taking a little bit of profits off of some other trades, adding to my Thor contract from the Cyber Frogs. I was just taking a look at what's his name, Undervalued. He has about 80-some% ROI on his investment for the last 3 months. He has like one more day left on it. So that's a hell of a return. You don't get that from your savings account. Like the money that you guys are just sitting on, it is risk, but you know, the cyber frogs they've created a bot that makes money, and you know, they benefit from making money. So why wouldn't it be incentivized to, you know, help out the communities and stuff like that? Partner with a ton of people like the Lazy Heroes, so you can, you know, only pay 18% of the profit or the fees if you have one of the partner projects. So look into that. But yeah, with looking good. Aside from that thing, but yeah, this looks good. We break through up here. We get some of this. We bounce here. That'd be great. If not, could be a point for you guys to enter or add to your bags. It's not a bad thing to, like, dollar cost average up. Like you don't have to worry about that if your conviction is strong, and if you see this going higher, if you think this is going to run throughout the bull market, don't just sit there and wait for it to go under your price, because you might run into points where it just doesn't go back there, and you're not there at the time to buy into it, and you're gonna have to buy higher. You just you know, put a little bit in, pick the same day of a week if it's a coin like that. Like I might pick, you know, Wednesdays every single Wednesday. It might be the middle of the week. Coins might be slow around that time. I don't know. But you might want to add a couple more dollars to your positions. I would maybe go in 10, 20, 30% increments in there. But again, like I said, I'm only going to put like one sol or about $100 in each coin. So I typically go $20 to $33, just weird numbers. Unless, you know, it's all the way down like Myro, I put like, I don't know, 50 on it at that point, just to, you know, kind of get that position established. Now, if it was to drop down, I want to make sure that I have some cash on hand to average into that. If it continues to run up and it doesn't retrace, I want to be able to grab a little bit of that as it starts to, you know, move up and average myself up to it. So it's not a bad thing to average out as it's going up. You just need to be careful that you know, you're watching things, and you know, you're making the right moves. I guess. I mean, just you take your time with it. Let the play come to you, more or less. Like, it's not always about trying to find your exit. It's trying to find your entry. That's a super important part of investing and trading. If you're not looking at that part, you might be missing out on the whole object of this here. So we're gonna move on to Bonk. I think Bonk is doing pretty well. I'm still gonna kick myself in the head about it, because I've been holding that all for the entire bear market and made a nice little gain on this one. But let's go back out to 3 months. We'll take a look and see where Bonk is at. And I want to thank you guys for coming in and watching this. I'm trying to cover all the coins, and I'm going to open up do I have the chat open? If you guys want to suggest any coins, or if you want me to take a look at anything while I'm live, feel free. I've got about 8 or 9 that we'll go through here. And I guess one of these times maybe we'll go through the Twitters and kind of see what kind of updates and news that we can see on that kind of stuff too. All right, so here's Bonk. And as we know, if you go back a little bit further, you can see this insane run up. And congratulations to anybody that was, you know, holding on to that and got to, you know, take part of that profit. That's, I guess it's not good load for us because it's too much going on. But I just want to show it one more time. I guess it doesn't want to come out, so we'll see what happens. One Bonk was on. Well, since the chart doesn't want to load, all right. The market cap, holy shit, Bonk is insane. We got $1,158,276,512 for the market cap here. We have 619,634 holders. Bonk is not going anywhere. This is one hell of a coin. Like, do you guys think Bonk's going to go to $1? Or, I mean, not $1, a penny at some point? That would be absolutely insane, right? I mean, if that does, imagine holding from here all the way to a penny. Never work a day in your life if you didn't want to. All right, so this is what we're looking at here. We had this nice run up from that long, shitty bear. We had this, went through the roof, came back down, found some nice grounds right here. Like, it's good to see when we have a breakout and it comes down and finds support at that breakout. So now we have a good historical mark where we know, like, hey, all right, so this is where we're looking at a good entry point here, and that's where we're bouncing. Where we come down here to where it's finding support, bouncing right back up. It's not letting go too far underneath that. It might have like a little bit of a flash where it hits there, but it's good to see that we are bouncing back up, back up. As these stop going up so high, it's going to get smaller and smaller. It's going to consolidate just a little bit more, and at that point, you know, hopefully we have a nice breakout, kind of like how this thing did that. But this, again, this is starting to show from this bottom, I mean, if I drew a line, you can see an upward trend. Despite all this, this is an upward trend. You are making higher lows here. This might came down just a bit lower, but all these look good. All right, this is the day chart, guys, so you can take a look at this whenever the hell this catches up. And just zoom out just a little bit. So yeah, this is the point right here that if it does continue to slide down, you might be able to catch a bounce on that mark right there if you're doing day trading or add it to your position. But you know, if it does that, that's where you want to look at that mark. It's 0.4s and 1180, something around that point. But we all know Bonk's doing well. A lot of people were doing that Bonk thing where they're locking up their Bonk or whatever it was. I'm gonna check that out after this because I do have a bag of Bonk, not just in my Bonk, but I have one in my ledger. And I think there was something like if you did 6 months, you get like a 2x on just the staking or something like that, like a multiplier. I'm not exactly sure. Probably make a video on that because it seems like a pretty important coins, being that there's 619,000 holders of this coin. Maybe we'll take a look at this one today. I'm gonna write a note. Bonk staking, and we go from there. So yeah, guys, I got a ton of shit, everything from the other day. I'm really busy, but definitely gonna be bringing out some content. If you guys have any suggestions, stuff you want to see as far as projects or coins, just hit me up. See if it's something I want to take a look at or talk about. I'd be more than happy to. But that's Bonk. Looking good. I like seeing these bounces on there. Let's go take a look at the fat cat Chonky. I haven't been too engaged with this community or this coin. I just see it all the time with a lot of people that I interact with on the spaces and on the timeline. So I had to make sure I added this to the bag. I kind of would feel stupid if you know, I look at this back in July and this thing's all the way to the top. I mean, whew, look at that run up. That's a nice hungry cat. But I don't know what to expect here because it's not really showing anything where it's bouncing too much. I mean, it is stopping right here, or it's finding support there, but all of this is just like a nice slide down here, and I'm wondering if it's going to keep going down to one of these marks over there. Not too bullish on it right now, just because of that, but overall, like the long term, I think this is an opportunity, because look at this. Like if this was to fill any of these gaps, to come back up here, you're at a great entry point right here if you think that this has all the sentiment that people, I mean, there's a huge community with it. There's 22,396 people that are holding on to this coin and thinking that, you know, it's got some legs, it's got some opportunity to go to the upside. You see it on the timeline all the time. You can't go a day without seeing the fat cat. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, fat cat's gonna eat one day, but one day right now we're at $6,579,319 for the market cap. A lot of money, not a small bag. So I think Chonky's, I don't know, it's hard to say what it's going to do. I wish there was a little bit more bouncing in this area or support, but it just, I don't know, it doesn't look good. It doesn't have any upward trending. I mean, from here to here, I guess you could say that's retarded. I don't know. I'm not fighting on that. I just think this one's going to have a little bit more downside. I don't know why. Unless we can show some consolidation here, this might just continue to kind of bleed out nice and slow. So don't take this as financial advice, but keep your eyes on Chonky. Look for entries. Look for this trend to reverse and find a point. Like here would be cool, or like the top of this one would be pretty cool to bounce off of that and get the reversal. But I'll keep my eye on that, and you know, I'll let you guys know. That's Chonky with the fat cat. We're gonna go to GME. I like GME a lot. I really like this coin. I like the whole nostalgia of the real investors and the small guys and the apes and all that kind of stuff going into the bull market. I think it's kind of cool sentiment. They got some pretty wild telegrams, I'll tell you that. Like there's a lot of people in these going crazy. They're just talking all types of nonsense. But anyway, this is GME, and we're gonna take a little zoom out here. I don't think this has been around that long, so we're not gonna be able to see too much. But yeah, perfect. All right. So we have $29,510,806 for the market cap. There's 19,290 holders on GME on Solana. We have 2 zeros and a 4. This coin, and it hasn't been out too long, but it is showing some good strength. It it had its nice little run up, broke through that one there, filled the gap, and continued to go up. You have a nice little W pattern overall for this right there. Man, this is, I mean, it's showing nice trend for a short amount of time. I know this is a nice little down leg right here, and if you look at it from the side, it's downtrending. I know you can't fucking chart meme coins, but whatever, we're gonna chart them anyway. We're bouncing on this line. I like to see that right there, right around this little area here, here, and here. So what I'm gonna hope for, think, and kind of play this as this is gonna be this little channel that is gonna either trade in or it's gonna bounce to the upside, kind of like we were looking at. I think it was with maybe. But if we can get this bounce, and you see how these are a little bit higher lows. I know this one broke through, and we've got a newer low right here, but it's kind of around this one. So what I'd like to see is this kind of continue in this nice little slow trend up, have maybe a nice run up there, shake some off the top, buy it back down here. Don't get rid of the coins. That's one thing you got to stick to. Is if you're shaving, you put it into your bank account, get it off the the blockchain, so you can just hold on to these profits, or put it back in the coin. Because hey, if you put it back in anywhere over here, you would have more to come out on top there. So you're just recycling, rinse, repeating. Buying low, selling high, buying back in, selling high. It's just going to make you more money over time. Not financial advice, but GME is a coin in a community that I do like, and I could see this thing having some tremendous numbers over the next 3 months as well. So take that as you will, guys. GME and bullish on it. We're going to move on to Blockbuster. If you guys saw the documentary or the whatever, not documentary, the interview. What was her name? Sandy? I think her name was Sandy. That fucking Fast Eddie. He went to, I think it was Pond, Oregon, or whatever, the last remaining blockbuster in the country, maybe in the world. I don't know exactly how that works out, but he did an interview, and it's pretty cool. It got a little bit of a buzz, but it didn't really affect the price action, which is okay. But the fact that we have not gone all the way back down here is even better. You have that crazy run up, this gradual incline right here. People were trading this thing left and right, and then a little sell off. Some people buying in. But now we have this point. It's kind of low, kind of bottoming out. But one thing I like to see is it looks like it's trying to curve. It might take a little bit more time, but we can fill this gap right here. That looks like a juicy area for it to start finding some support. If we find resistance there, that's cool. I just hope that it bounces on that line, just kind of like it did here. It just waited, and then finally it looks like it tried to do it here. Kind of repeats that pattern in this area, and right here again. And it wanted to break back out, but hopefully we can zoom back out and fill this whole entire gap. You're at 41 cents. This was really oversold or overbought, I guess. It was at $3.55. Kind of crazy. But yeah, only $415,161. This is a very low market cap. So this could be a banger if you're able to get in right. There's 13,492 holders. So definitely got some people holding bags on this one. That's for damn sure. But I'm holding a bag, I'm pretty sure on this one. But this looks like a point, again, where you can be adding a little bit. I'm not saying go balls to the wall. I'm not saying put your whole entire, liquidity into these. It's like throw a little bit in there. See how the chart performs. Maybe you can find a point to just continuously add on there as you chart this. Like you should be charting yourself. I'm just showing what I see. And I'm not a professional. I'm not I'm just somebody on the internet that looks at lines, and hopefully it helps you guys out and see the same things that I'm seeing. But what I would like to see with this is it start to reverse. If it goes back down here, not looking too good for this meme coin with the market cap. However, if we can ride this low right here and start to curve up, man, that'd be good to see it out of this coin with such a low market cap. This goes back to $1 million. That'd be a nice little 2x, almost a little bit more than that, I guess, for you guys. But keep your eyes on Blockbuster. There's a lot of people that still want to see this thing succeed. There's a lot of bag orders on this, and there's a community that's formed around it. Again, that's important with these coins. All right, let's take a little look at when I got some movement yesterday. Maybe I should pump fake you guys and have meme coin Monday, or the Monday stream on Tuesday, just so we can get like a recap of what happened on Monday. All right. Whenever this chart shows up, we'll get into it, take a look. But we are at a fully diluted market cap of 50,531,135. And we also have 7,506 holders. I think that has a lot to do with juke and people, wanting to have things good about Hala. This is a nice reversal. So I am going to zoom back out whenever it gives me the option to, because this thing came down pretty heavy, and there was some people that didn't think this was going to do anything, but we sold off. We have this going on right here, and it's filled this gap. So this is a nice cup and handle situation. If you can get this thing to play out, this should run back to the upside right here. Okay, so if we can get this to kick back up off of this point where it's finding the same, well, there we go, right here. Again, let's try this one more time. All right, so we have this big sell-off consolidation, nice little cut up until this point. We got a handle, and maybe we get this leg back up to this side. We start to find a little bit of support. We build momentum. We get ourselves back up. I don't think mine's going to go anywhere. I really don't. They got a lot going on as far as market cap, and everybody knows about it. If you look on YouTube, you type this on meme coins. When is very often in the headlines of the titles and stuff like that. People are using that coin to kind of get clicks and hits as well as juke. So you're going to see some more holders in those types of coins. I've seen the big thing you want to see here is this reclaim its all-time high. With it gradually making this giant cup, you could wait that out. But if you thought this was a coin, you see a lot of people holding it, like 257,000 plus people holding onto this coin. Buying at the bottom wouldn't be the craziest thing for me to kind of look into. The bag that I have is just the remaining bag from the airdrops and everything that I was able to get. But I am considering buying back into this now that we're seeing a little bit of this reversal. We're seeing a little bit of this uptrend. We're seeing this kind of tick in this direction and finding supports on some historical points like here and here. When I see that kind of stuff, that's when I like to put my money back into these coins. All right, so we'll take a look at juke real quick. Some people are a little upset with the price action with juke. I'm personally not. I think it's absolutely fine. To be straight up with you, I mean, for Solana to get something for free, or get something airdrop to them and then not go down all the way to like the teens. There was a lot of sentiment thinking this thing was going to send up to $1. There was people hoping to get a buy order between 30 and 40 cents, and then there was people like me that I was happy just to have it. If it bounced between 50, 60 cents, that was cool. I sold some off in the very beginning around 64 and 69 cents because I wanted to take profit. And then I kind of tapered off a little bit. I still have a bag, but yeah, I think I sold somewhere around this area. I thought it was at 69. Maybe the chart just has to catch up with us a little bit here. But anyway, I think there's a lot of people talking about this coin enough that this isn't going to go anywhere. I think this coin is going to be a huge part of Solana in the long run. It's Jupiter. Everybody's basically using it without knowing it for the most part with their swaps and stuff like that. So yeah, diversifying for your wallets, because it sounds like for the next 4 years, or the next 3 years coming up, there's going to be the Jupiary drops. I'm assuming that it's going to be the same things to get you eligible for the drops, but we'll see. As far as this price action, it doesn't look pretty. Kind of just down. We're bouncing off this, but we're setting lower lows, and it's going to determine up what happens here, because we keep going down. This is just going to bleed out until somebody's like, what, enough. I want to buy this, and people are going to turn it around. I thought right here maybe we were going to have that because it kind of slowed down, but no, it still is bleeding off. I think that's people losing conviction, rotating their money into other things because it's supposed to be money, and there's nothing wrong with it. Taking profits. Overall, I probably am not going to buy into this coin just yet. We'll see how it plays out. There's just not enough time, in my opinion, to kind of make any decisions off it. Kind of see where your bag goes, and then you can add or subtract to it, or sell it off. Wait till establishes a nice point with a reversal, so you can kind of gauge it on there. I don't know. That's going to be my take on it. But that's Juke. It's got $4,834,702,459 from the fully diluted market cap, with 288,000 holders on this coin. not bad numbers at all. So let's see. Hopefully this thing turns around. Let's see Juke to $1 in the end of 2024. I'd be happy to see that. And we're going to take a quick look at Pith. 5,856,714,032 in the fully diluted market cap with Pith. 344,780 holders. Not bad at all. Pith is a great coin. If you don't know what Pith is, it's basically, I think maybe I'm wrong, but it gathers data that people are going to need for various different things. People sleep on it, but the more and more I do research and kind of look into these coins and read up on them, make bets and stuff like that, you can see like there is a tremendously important reason for this coin to be around and for the service that they provide and they actually do. As far as the price action with this one, nothing too wild, which is great to see. It's been going all the way down to 23 cents, and you could have had your nice little 2x basically. It's at 58 right now. Not bad. I don't have much Pith. I kind of sold off over here because I thought it was kind of going to perform the way it did. Might be a point for me to kind of look at this since we are at these points right now. It's kind of filling this gap at 50 some cents, and after that, I guess it's going to be a little bit of price discovery maybe. Not sure what will happen with it, but I don't want to miss out on some. I think Pith, again, this is an airdrop with the Mad Labs. It was also for some other reason that you could have got qualified for the airdrop for Pith. But yeah, take profits, make some money. If it improves the quality of your life, or find opportunities to add to your bag, whatever you need to do. The last coin I'll show you here, I think there's some other in my Bonk, but I'm just going to show you because we are at like 40 or 32 minutes, and we're going to wrap this up at 35. I just want to dive into this JLP. This is the Jupiter liquidity for perps. The perp trade for long and shorting the market and stuff like that. Somebody put this on my radar, and I looked at it again. I was like, holy shit. Like, if you are looking for something just to continuously go up, look no further. Literally. You might have a correction or a crash or something like that where you're going to see something like this. But why would you want to buy back in? Look at this thing. It's just going up. Like all of this mess, but like it's going up. I mean, I use Jupe, and you know, of course, there's going to be the fair weather critics that come out and say, "Oh, you're paying a lot for fees." Like, well, give me a suggestion where I would go instead of just starting with that. It's just asinine to me. But MEXC has significantly lower fees than Jupiter for trading perps. If you're looking to do that, you got to sign up. I think you have a KYC or something like that. I'm going to look into it today, just because it makes sense. But I also was trading, you know, making money. I was coming out with more than I started with. So at the end of the day, that was my goal, not to have somebody kind of criticize without giving a solution, without me asking for it. You know what I mean? Don't be that guy. But anyway, wasn't wrong. Significantly lower fees on MEXC, and I'm sure there's other exchanges and places that you can trade at. So do whatever you want, whatever works for your bag. My money went up yesterday. I was happy. At the end of that trade, at the end of the day when I went to lunch and had free lunch, they said there's no such thing as a free lunch. Well, I guess there's not. I had to pay Jupiter fees for the money to come out. But my food was good. I had a nice cheesesteak, a couple beers. I was happy with it. But JLP is one that I will definitely be added to this thing. Taking a look to see if we have any kind of points where they sell off so I can add to this bag. I mean, you don't typically see charts like this. This reminds me a lot of like NASDAQ and like stock markets, like over time, the ones that just over, like the Warren Buffett type mentality. You can't time the market, but more time in the market is more profitable. Every single coin, if we look at it, more time in that coin, you would have profited. I mean, my favorite case and scenario is going to be if you go all the way back to when this coin kind of hit, and if you were disciplined and smart enough to sell your bag when you got into this and you started joining the spaces, like, let's take a look at this thing, man. Like over time, you would have banked. It's like if you got in here in November last year, just hold on to this coin, add a little bit, talk like everything I'm saying right now. If you did that, and then you had this right here, shave. I mean, you don't know how high it's going to go, but you could have been taking some profit and significant profit. Same with Bonk, same with everything else. So JLP is a coin that I think I'm going to continue to tell you guys about. Jupiter Perps liquidity pool number. I mean, the chart looks damn good. It's a good one. I think for the long term. But that's it, guys. That's Solana meme Bitcoin Monday on a Tuesday. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Got some good looks and see what's going on with these charts. So let me know how I did. If it sucked, if you want to see more, if there's any other coins, let me know. We can pick them up. The chat's open. I hope you guys see it in there. You guys can let me know what kind of coins you want me to take a look at on that too. I can do a live one here. But that's pretty much it. That's all I was going to kind of cover. I guess we can go and take a look at some games later. But I got some content I want to review. Some things I need to get into. And yeah, that's that. Thanks for joining, guys. I'll see you on Friday, 4:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be taking a look at all these coins again, see how they perform over the week, and what we're going to do going into the weekend. We're going to be adding to our bags. We're going to be kind of just sitting on them. We're going to be exiting any positions. We'll see. But I guess we should take a look at Sol real quick. It's at $112. Hit 114 last night. My ass fucking had a position open with not a lot, but the profit I could have taken was a lot. I fell asleep watching the chart on my phone in a movie. Thought I was going to be able to take my exit. I got liquidated. It's the L's you take sometimes that remind you to be a little smarter with money. But hey, shit happens. We'll make it back. It's not the end of the world. That's the way the fucking cookie crumbles, brother.